Hey everybody, it's Seti the Windsage, and welcome back to Let's Play Kindred Spirits on the Roof. In the last episode, or more Kindred Spirits on the Roof bonus videos. In the last episode, we took care of Inamoto's Apple events for the post-game. And in this episode, we're going to be diving right back into more of these Apple events. But before we do, this is actually quite the occasion right now, because this is actually kind of an experimental episode. This is the first episode I'm actually going to be recording with good old OBS. So, yeah. For people who've seen the Danganronpa streams, and yes, these are, for context, it is Thursday. For context, it is Thursday, and this is the Thursday after we did the Chapter 2 events. So, yeah, I've experimented with OBS for the live streaming, and I don't really do much with it while it's live streaming. But now that we kind of have this that we can do, I thought, hey, I have OBS, and it records, not just streams. So I'll be recording an episode. And yeah, this will be the first OBS recorded episode. Though you guys probably won't see this for a while, because this is, like, again, Amishima and Inamoto's episodes have not even been uploaded yet. I should probably upload them somewhere. Anyway. So yeah, we're going to be kind of experimenting with this new setup, and I can actually see the recording while it's happening. So hopefully I don't need to check on the recording that much anymore. But again, this is kind of the experimental episode because there is still a chance for fuck up or screw up. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to I'm trying to stop cursing so much. Anyway, let's dive right into this. And I've decided that we're going to do whenever I find it. Damn. Okay. No. Darn it! Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I don't look these up ahead of time. I just do them. I just do. There we are! Yay! We're going to be doing the free time events for Koba. Cardinal symptom idiocy, which I believe is the first one. Yeah, we're in May right now, so yeah, this is the first one. And yeah, we're going to be covering all of her free time events this episode. And obviously, we're going to be doing Aki following after. The reason I decided to do this one next is because, the reason I did Amishima then Inamoto is because, like I said, Amishima's was the first one there, so I decided to do those. Inamoto, was because she's Amishima's significant other. Now I'm just kind of rating the couples at this point. It helps that they were one of my more least favorite couples, so the ratings still kind of work. But yeah, I'm kind of doing these dependent on how much I liked them now. Not just a case of like... So this was picked because this is frankly my least favorite couple. It's not a bad couple, certainly not. But it was my definitely least favorite one. So I'm hoping that these Apple events help me, like them better. Oh, and actually, another good thing about OBS is I can actually see how long I've been recording for. Not that it changes anything for these episodes, since this is a do it till we're done sort of situation, but let's go. Cardinal symptom, idiocy. Ah! And let me take a wild freaking guess, by the way. I'm going to return to the title screen because I have a feeling it should not have started like that. Open planner. Did I accidentally pick something wrong? Wait, what? That's by itself. Alright, okay, I guess I should have noticed, but... So, okay. For a split second, I thought I picked the wrong day or the wrong event. I've done that before, as you've seen, because this planner gets pretty freaking loaded. But... okay. Alright, let's dive right back into it. Cardinal symptom idiocy. And it looks like we're just starting with Megumi for some reason. Megumi, you have to wait your turn in line. You're further down the lists. Yeah, I still don't know when I'm going to do the Kindred Spirits, but I don't know if I'm going to do them last or... Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do the events for the Kindred Spirits, but anyway, let's just go in. It's actually very interesting to see that, like, yeah, I'm just remembering, like, yeah, this was only recently after Yuna kind of decided to help the Kindred Spirits out. Like, we've come a long way since then. I know I've mentioned that before, but yeah. Jeez. What's even going on here, anyway? I'll just pretend I didn't see this. Makes sense for Megumi, especially at this point. Yeah, no, okay. This must be when, Koba, I hope I'm saying her name right. It's been a while, so some of the names are kind of escaping me. I'm pretty sure her name's Koba, though. This must be when Koba's realizing her feelings. I suppose sick is one way to put it. The hard part is definitely yet to come. And trust me, Koba, this whole kind of love feeling for you, yeah, this takes a while. Oh wait, oh that was a that was her fantasizing. I had no clue what was going on there, but okay. Jesus. This is also, Megumi, it's, to answer your question, is she stupid? Yep. 100%. In fact, the #1 symptom of love might be that it turns you into an idiot. Alright, okay. That's a pretty interesting scene. Like, I think about it. She was in love all the way back then? Because I don't, like, if I remember correctly, it wasn't till, like, I can't remember when it was. No, wait. It was June, actually, when we learned about it. So, okay, yeah, a month. Okay, that actually makes more sense. I thought she fell in love later than that. Anyway, now on to this shit. Even though I know that none of this is the case. Well, okay, here's the thing. If 524 was that one, then the next one is obviously in one of the following months, since there's no more Apple events after the 24th. So yeah. I know I've seen all of these a million times, and soon, yeah, I will have these freaking memorized. But I have to check every single time. And here we are, July, if I call your name. Oh, and here, if I remember the cherry events for Sono and Kiri, well, for this sequence, which I do remember them pretty well, I believe this is actually the, Operation Sparkling Sunshine cherry event where we get some more about Sono's kind of like where we kind of look into Sono's past and like the friend who confessed feelings to her, which I will say is actually one of my favorite events in this game. But anyway, you know, it's very actually kind of interesting how actually what I'm thinking about it. It's something very interesting how she dropped formality, how they dropped the formality so much at some point. Yeah, thinking about it, because like, not only are they on first name basis now, she dropped the honorific. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I still don't 100% understand Japanese honorifics. But I know that you need like a good sense of familiarity to be able to drop them. So yeah, maybe there's something I'm not getting, but anyway. Saw that one coming. Hopefully it didn't land on your head. Though I imagine if you fell and hit your head, I imagine you do that quite a bit. I actually like how Koba's being captivated by just remembering her. It's actually pretty cute, honestly, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which, by the way, I saw this as a bad idea. I saw this as a bad idea right from the start when I realized she's referring to them in her head by their last name and with the honorific. You're this has seriously got to be the weirdest thing for them. Is this sprite new? It's either new or rarely used, because I do not remember this one. Oh god, not metal territory, jeez. Yeah, I actually like rock quite a bit, but I am not a metal guy. I'm certainly not a heavy metal guy. I don't know. I think I can't really think of any songs off the top of my head that I distinctly don't like. So, yeah, metal's not really my thing, and God forbid with like screamo music. I hate that crap. Anyway. That was an interesting event. Alright, done. On to the next one. Whoa, wow, skipping all the way to Strange Magnet. I feel like that's a no shit right there, but September, and this is wow, this is actually, I believe, before the yeah, this is before the school festival, so we're not quite at the moment they hooked up, but we're getting really close. And yeah, we skipped all the way to September. What were we in before? July? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Again, not as big of a jump, but a lot of things happened in those times in the actual playthrough, so just skipping months like that so drastically is so weird. Anyway, Strange Magnet. These things aren't necessarily, I don't think these things that, Yoka's, I guess her name is also Yoka. Yoka is particularly mentioning are mysterious. It's just like, some things just stick out more than others. What determines that, I guess, is a mystery, but it's also, I guess, what you're really interested in? Anyway, there was an actual also point to this. Oh, crap. There was something I wanted to say and I lost it. Yeah, nope. Okay, I lost the thought completely. Oh, wait, no. Oddly, I just remembered. This is, I believe, after... this is after the summer camp. So this is... So, Aki knows about the, confession at the confession concert. So, yeah, that's actually really, it's actually really interesting seeing them interact at this point because... after the summer camp thing, you didn't really see these two interact after that point. I don't think we really had a cherry. I don't think we really had any cherry events with these guys in between. Yeah, no, we didn't. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So again, she knows about the Confession concert at this point. At least I'm pretty sure she does. So yeah, this will be this will be a little interesting to see. I wonder if they'll bring it up. I don't know if I would go that far, Koba, but at the same time, you kind of almost have confessed already. So I don't know. Maybe that is kind of going back to what you were thinking. Though I do kind of agree with the sense that maybe not. It feels like they're going out already, but they do talk to they have talked to each other like they've known each other for longer than they have, which they've only known each other for a few months, I guess. How they know that? How they know you can? How they know? I've noticed that. How they know? I guess it depends on friendships, but some friendships, people can actually start talking really casually to each other only just after a few months. And sometimes it takes a while. Depends on the friendship, I guess. Like, yeah, I had some friends where it took me a while to actually start speaking to them really casually. And, you know, some friends I, like, clicked with almost immediately. Have you still not? Okay. I'm going to assume that she's realized at this point that she told Aki about the surprise that was made specifically for her, and that she just doesn't care at this point. So wait, your band's called Strange Magnet. Okay then. A little funny to me, but all right, fine. So kind of like, while a rock band at its core, it looks like there's a lot of looks like there's a lot of still conflict in style, perhaps. Especially for a rock song, I imagine that's pretty tough. Like, maybe one of those slower paced songs, it's not nearly as bad, but it's like, yeah. As someone who actually has tried guitar before, I'm one of those people where if I'm not putting 150% of focus onto the guitar, it will sound like crap, so I can't even imagine singing. But I know some more experienced people who can, but I imagine more experienced people can do it, but still, for a rock song, it's still gotta be a son of a bitch. There's goes kind of the, here comes kind of the theme of time again, which kind of comes up between these two and, like, time management, stuff like that, which, yeah, which, because kind of looking, I've been actually kind of thinking about that, how the big thing between, between these two sometimes just mentioned is time and, like, time spent, time wasted, and how it goes into kind of the idea of managing time, but also like making the most out of it, making the most out of it. It probably is intentional that Aki wears a watch. I haven't really looked into stuff like this to see if any of stuff like this is intentional, but considering Aki is the only student who wears a watch, and you actually kind of notice it pretty quickly because because like in her basic sprite right here, her hands on her other wrist as if she's about to look at her watch. I feel the whole watch thing's intentional. They never put any attention on it though. Not that I've seen. I don't think they ever mentioned in text like her fiddling with her watch or even just looking at it. So yeah. That was a good scene. I really like these bonus scenes. Is these kind of like because my kind of common complaint for oh, is it right here? You too? Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm just gonna go back here so I can think of my thoughts a little bit. I don't know why. I guess it's just so so much less crap on the screen. I like these scenes because my common kind of thing about these couples and why some of them are really hit or miss for me is that you only get so much time with each of them. And while most of the characters just kind of do develop over the course, do develop or show more of themselves over the course of time, you only have so much time with them. These small scenes are actually doing good at kind of injecting life into them further. Like, kind of seeing Yoka's kind of evolution as a character, because when you meet her, she starts out right as just a pretty much a complete and utter moron. Yeah, she's extremely stupid. So yeah, that's a thing. Kind of. But I do kind of notice that she is kind of like becoming, you know, like more responsible or like more passionate about things, and she's more than just that idiot character. Which, don't get me wrong, she's still stupid. Nothing's really gonna change that part. But at least we kind of see her growing as a character. I'm really looking forward to Aki's too, because we barely got to see what was going on in Aki's head, and we really didn't see much regarding her. I kind of wanted to know what her feelings about all of this stuff were after they kind of, during the process, because we only really got to see a lot of, like, we saw her during the summer camp. We saw her during the summer camp, or the summer classes, and, you know, she was just her normal kind of usual personality, kind of strictish, you know, kind of a focus on punctuality and responsibility. But we don't really get to see much of her feelings towards Yoka, which all she really says about Yoka is that she finds her intriguing. And, well, the two do fall in love. But I want to know, like, I wonder if we ever get to see the when they fall in love for Aki. Because some characters, were in love beforehand, like Koba, for example. I'm going to switch between Koba and Yoka a lot, by the way. She was pretty much in love since the beginning. The closest we ever get to seeing when she fell in love was that moment we saw at the beginning here in May. But when it comes to the characters who are in love in advance, we also have that moment when the other character in the couple does fall in love. We kind of get that with Umi during Sasa's confession, though at that point she's still kind of confused and doesn't completely understand what love is. I think we see something like that with, why are Maki and Miki's names so close? I gotta start referring to them by first name, but I can't remember their first names dead offhand right now. We see that a bit with, okay, I mean the third year, but I'm gonna say Miki, because I think that's what her name is. Yeah, it's Miki. I believe we see that a little bit with Miki and Maki's cherry events. We at least see we at least kind of, and we do kind of see like implications that their relationship is growing closer with Maki and Miki. Even as early as Miki's set of cherry events. Yeah, okay, I don't even know what to say anymore, but yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling. Honestly, yeah. Another extra. Hopefully the final one. We're already 45 minutes in, damn it. By the way, is this one after the school festival? It might be. I forgot to check. Okay, so that pretty much answered my question. This does take place after the school festival. And also, I like little moments like this when we're seeing kind of other characters interact, because we saw I remember in one of the Cherry events, I believe it was one of the Operation Sparkling Sunshines, we saw that Kiri and Ano do know each other and they do interact sometimes. But I do like when we have people like this who like. I like it when we see the non-couples interact with characters that aren't Yuna, because again, this kind of shows that everyone to kind of an association knows each other. I guess another example of this, which is actually pretty good, is Amishima and Inamoto with Hina, where that also is actually pretty cool, seeing them interact with people who aren't, who they aren't coupled up with. It kind of shows that like they all do know each other pretty well. So yeah. I want to go back to a line, actually, that it was Kiri said. Oh yeah, I'd imagine just kissing someone would get you in trouble, and it was a girl too. I actually want to bring that up because, again, this kind of goes back to a theme we talked about way back when, around, like, I believe, like, the last time we really kind of truly brought it up was the mid-game. But this is actually going back to the whole kind of, public social view of homosexuality, which it's actually interesting when the game talks about this. Which okay, never mind. There was a video. A video I saw of people just having a discussion about kindred spirits on the roof, and they and oh whatever. I can talk about that video on its own maybe later. But they talked about kind of abridging it. They talked about the fact that they constantly brought up the whole kind of how homosexuality is viewed thing, as how some people view it odd. They brought it up as a point against the game, saying that it seemed oddly homophobic. What I say to that is just my kind of counter to that is that it's not what you would call it's not what you would call homophobic. It's more just kind of bringing up, I guess, a little bit of social commentary, kind of prompting questions for you to ask, because the kind of question here is, yeah, kissing, like making a big kind of public display of affection like that would cause you to get into some trouble, or at least get reprimanded, or at least get talked to, because schools, like, that's generally not okay with schools. But the whole, and it was a girl too, does that add anything onto it? So yeah. And I also like how Koba's actually really showing concern to the fact that hopefully this isn't causing Aki any sort of trouble, because it does show that, like, yeah, did I say he dip? What prompted that? Okay, I guess again I'm just talking a bit fast. That that she really does care about Aki's well-being and doesn't want to see her hurt. It's not like I doubted that this would be the case, but still. Stop shouting, stupid. Wait. Wait, she is shouting. Jesus. Jeez, like, you know, the fact that people are talking implies rumors. It's like, it's like rumors aren't inherently negative things, but it's like, geez, like, you know, if people are spreading rumors, if people weren't spreading rumors already, if someone overheard that, they'd be spreading it now. It's like, you kind of, I had a point with all this. Give me a second. You don't just kind of yell shit like that out loud. Hell, even if this wasn't a girl-girl relationship, you don't just shout shit like that out loud. Especially if it wasn't something people didn't. Especially if it wasn't something people didn't already notice. Ah, okay. Okay. I thought that was where that was going. This also kind of goes back to something I mentioned a long time ago of Kitty having this kind of air of kind of like maturity or professionalism around her. The fact that Koba sees all this stuff like her fidgeting and her panicking kind of like that, and the whole like doesn't see Kitty as the dating type, kind of shows more of that point, and it kind of shows that this is kind of the image she puts out to other people. Not to say that this is a false persona. This is just the part of her she shows to people, where she seems more kind of like more of an intellectual type, I guess. So please be careful, such a kind of stupid brash. See, I'm not the only one. Like, the game is kind of pointing out that, yeah, like, if we're gonna kind of drop characters into archetypes, yeah, Yoka's the idiot. Kind of hurts more when you correct yourself like that. Suppose is good enough for me. it is nice to see that these characters, like, again, this kind of goes back to the thing. It is nice to actually see that Kitty has Yoga's back. It just kind of shows again like friendship interactions. And yeah, we're done there. And it only took 54 minutes. I really gotta learn when to shut up. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. So next time on Kindred Spirits on the Roof, we'll be diving into Aki's free time events, wherever they are. Where are they? Let's at least find them before we end the episode off. Here's friend. Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, that's Aki right there. All right. So yeah, with all that said and done, we're gonna end things off here. Next time on Kindred Spirits on the Roof, we're gonna be looking at Aki's free time events. See you guys then.